OMG. We are at episode 100. 100 of the Strategy in Small Doses podcast. Can you even believe that? Like, oh my gosh, let's celebrate. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. I appreciate this journey. And today I thought, what a better episode and time to talk about podcasting, why I chose it, and what the experience has been like for me thus far with this 100 episodes, okay? Because there's a lot of really cool key takeaways here that I really want you to think about, all right? Because again, podcasting is one of those things that everybody's saying you should do, right? It's something you should do, and it's not for everybody, right? Podcasting is not for everybody. It's not the be-all magic pill. It doesn't just magically grow itself. It doesn't just magically start bringing in clients. But here's what I want to talk about, and here's what I have found to be so rewarding and amazing about podcasting, okay? Number one, I definitely best communicate in video and audio, right? Like I definitely am able to really portray what I'm trying to say in video. And so for me, being able to just get on and jump on, turn the camera on and start recording and really say what's on my mind and very clearly articulate what I'm trying to say has been so powerful, because that is the one thing that I really, really struggled with for a long time in my business. Okay. So I really love that. And if you really love and you enjoy talking, you enjoy speaking, you enjoy being on video, it doesn't even have to be on video. Most people don't record their podcasts on video. I do. But if you don't, even if you just enjoy speaking, it's such a powerful way to really amplify your voice and just put your best content out there, which leads me to number two. It is the most beneficial, effective, and efficient way for me to put my best content out there. And by doing that, I can then repurpose that content into multiple different ways. I repurpose it to YouTube. I'm starting to repurpose it to TikTok. I'm repurposing it in written form, right? It goes into my Facebook group. It goes onto my LinkedIn. Like there's so much opportunity, and there's always, like, you can take one podcast episode and make multiple pieces of content out of it. So that in itself has been really, really powerful too, right? Like you can create this really great value post from it. You can create a really awesome conversion, like call to action style post in written form. You can do so much with it. You can share it in a million different ways on all different platforms too, which I really, really love about that. But two, for me, podcasting really has given me a level of confidence that I really didn't even know I was lacking until I started just diving in. Because when I turn on my camera and mic and I have what I want to say like lined up, I usually have my episodes lined up. Like I know in my heart, like I am speaking from a place of such confidence and such integrity and such authenticity that there's nothing that makes me feel like more empowered than that. Like the podcast to me is so empowering because I know it's where I best show up, right? Like I can show up as my best self, and I know that I'm giving you guys quality content, and I know that it's going to resonate with the right people. And that's a level of confidence that just I didn't even know I was lacking until I started doing it. And so that's been so amazing too. And then also, obviously if you bring on guests, there's a huge opportunity to meet new people through podcasting. You don't even know. One of the most amazing things that happened to me since I started this podcasting journey was somebody commented on my LinkedIn one day about my podcast. I had put a post up, I can't remember. And she has been listening to all my podcasts, and she's like, I'm a huge fan of your work. I've been following you. I absolutely love everything that you talk about. Like it was the most humbling moment to know, like, here's somebody, I don't even know how she found me. I think she found one of the episodes through a LinkedIn post that was repurposed, started listening, and has listened to all of them ever since. And it's like, she said, I am one of your biggest fans. Like that, I didn't even know that was happening, right? Like you don't even realize how you're impacting other people. That's the power of podcasting. Like they could find it. Somebody could recommend it to them. They could find it just through a random, I don't even know, search. Like there's so much opportunity where people can just find your podcast And you never know how it's going to resonate and change somebody or impact them. And this woman really shared that. And that was so, so amazing. And it just really put into words exactly what I was trying to do and what I had hoped to accomplish with the podcast. The other thing is that, one of the reasons that I've been able to maintain consistency with it and get to 100 episodes was because I kind of released all of the level of perfectionism, and I just get on here and I talk. And you know how many people tell me, like, Michelle, when I turn on your podcast, I feel like you're sitting right here next to me and I'm having a conversation with you. That's what I wanted it to feel like. Like, I didn't want it to feel overly produced. I didn't want it to feel like that it was super scripted. I talk, I don't cut any of it out. I don't do any editing. And that's what has allowed me to maintain this level of consistency with it, because they're short and sweet, which I wanted to be able to do. I wanted to be able to jump on, share my thoughts, jump off. And they're just easy. They're easy. It's unedited. It's real. And it really resonates. And that's because there's no pressure. I took the pressure off myself. And so that's what's allowed me to really show up here, is because there is no pressure. There is no pressure to be like, oh shit, I shouldn't have said, I skipped over my words, or I messed up, or I said that. Like, who cares? We're human. We're human. If you were having a conversation with me on a coaching call, I would mess up or lose my train of thought, or the same thing happens. So why on a podcast do we feel like it needs to be any different? It doesn't. Okay. And so I want you to think about that. Like, yes, podcasting is powerful, but just in general, everything that you're doing, like, is this how you best show up? Is this really connecting with your audience? And, there is so much power to having a podcast, and I don't even utilize it to its fullest, but that's one of the things that I'm really trying to do in 2022, is just really amplify and increase my marketing around it, because I do want more people listening, because I do know that it's my best content, and I do know that it's resonating with others. And so I want to I want people to hear that. And I just want to, I don't know even really, I guess, where I was going with this, except for I just wanted to share my journey. I wanted to share all of the things, like the things that I didn't expect to happen through podcasting. Like, I never expected for somebody to send me a message telling me that they were like my biggest fan because of that, right? Like, I never expected that. I mean, I know you've heard people say that it happens, but I never really expected it. All right. And it's been such an amazing journey. I've been able to connect with people that in such just a powerful and authentic way. And I am so grateful for it. But if this took me over a year to get this launched, right? Like, I questioned it for over a year. Okay. And so now here we are, not even one full year in, and I have 100 episodes, right? It has not even been a full year since I launched this, and I have 100 episodes. And that's not to say you have to dive in and get 100 episodes. Dive in and release one a month, release one a week, right? Release 12 in a season, and then take time off and release another season. Like, there's so much flexibility with it. Release the pressure and all of the shoulds and the perfectionism and everything else. And if you've had a podcast on your vision board, and you have this vision and you just really want to create it, and you have this dream, my message to you is this: go do it. Go do it and release the pressure. Figure it out as you go. They can always change, but just go and do it, because there really is so much power in it. It's such a beautiful, beautiful way to connect with your audience. And again, not if you don't like speaking, but if you do, it is really powerful. All right. I'll talk to you soon. Thank you all so much for being here. And I would be remiss if I didn't ask you to go and drop a review, to share this, whatever you want. Just jump into my Facebook group too, and just tell me, like, do you have a favorite episode? Is there one that resonated with you more? Like, I would be so, so grateful if you shared that and just shared how this podcast has helped you in any way. And if it's inspiring you to start your own, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. I am happy to talk to you and share all about it. All right. So I will talk to you soon. Thank you so much for being here. Here's to another 100 episodes. And I cannot wait to continue to share and be on this journey with you. I'll talk to you soon.